Hi everyone, this is Miss Tang, and today we are learning to self assess, revise, and edit your persuasive text. Now, the reason why we are doing this is because we can always improve on our writing, and we've got to make sure that it makes sense so that our reader can really understand what we are trying to say and what we're trying to communicate. Okay, so the way that we can do this is by self assessing and revising and editing. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. All right, so for self-assessing, what you're going to do is you are going to use the criteria only to give yourself some feedback. So this is going to help you figure out what did you do well, what can you improve on. So you're going to pick 2 stars in a wish. So 2 things that you did really well and 1 thing that you might need to work on, okay? So when you have a look, you've got to use the criteria. So for example, in, let's see, in your persuasive text, this is the criteria here. So you would be looking at, did you, um, you know, did you use a sizzling start? Did you use a point of view? Did you use a strong sentence starter? Did you answer the persuasive topic? So your criteria will help you figure out what have you done and what do you need. So for example, let's have a look at this level 1 piece of writing for for an introduction. So let's have a look. So this says, I am absolutely certain that all families should own a pet. And that's the only sentence in the introduction. Now, the first thing is we've got to figure out, does it have a sizzling start? Not really. Okay, so it doesn't have a sizzling start, but we've got to think about 2 stars and a wish. So what are 2 things that we do have? Let's have a look at the point of view. Do we have a strong sentence starter? I'm absolutely certain. Yeah, that is a strong sentence starter. So that would be a star. Did you answer the persuasive topic? That all families should own a pet? Yeah, you did. Okay, so your 2 stars would be, so you would write, the star would be um, using a strong sentence starter. And the other one was, so make sure that you always go back and check, was you answered the persuasive topic. So this is how you use your criteria. So you answered the persuasive topic and a wish. So one thing that you wish you could include next time is probably your sizzling start because that's what you need to include. Okay, so we can put in your wish as your sizzling start. Okay, so make sure that you use the criteria only. So as you can see, it talks about the sizzling start, the point of view, preview of ideas. Now, if you are just giving yourself feedback on the introduction, then you wouldn't be talking about your arguments, or you wouldn't be talking about your spelling because the spelling's not in this criteria, or your handwriting, etc. All of that stuff comes in your revising and your editing. At the moment, what you're focusing on is the criteria for writing an introduction, if that's what you're doing. Okay? All right. What I'm also going to do in these slides is what you will do after you put your wish is that you turn that wish into a star. Okay? So you include that sizzling start. So you go back to your piece of work and then you go back and add in your sizzling start. So turn your wish into a star and then you go through and keep on checking all of your paragraphs. Okay, so you don't have to do your 2 stars and a wish for the whole piece of writing. You can do it for just your introduction or just your argument 1 or just your argument 2 or 3 or conclusion. Okay, so turn your wish into a star. So turn your wish into a star, full stop. Okay, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to leave these levels in here in this slide as well. So this is a level 1 piece for introduction, level 2, this is a level 3. So level 3 is if you've got everything. So these levels, you can check your piece of writing up against it and you can see what level of writing you are at and where you need to go. So for example, if you looked at your piece of writing and you just had your point of view and your preview of ideas, then you know that you're working at a level 2 and you need to move to a level 3 and make sure that you include your sizzling start. Okay, and I'll also include level 1, 2, 3 for arguments, and also conclusion, level 1, 2, and 3. All right, the next thing is you need to revise. So you've got to reread your work, always reread it, and try to read it out loud as well. So reread your work out loud. What can you delete from your text? What is not essential? What do you not need in there? Okay, because make sure that you don't talk or waffle on too long because your audience needs to be convinced. And if you are talking way too long and you've got extra sentences and extra words in there, then you might need to delete some to get to the point quicker. Okay? All right. What about adding? What else do you need to add? Is it another fact? Is it a stronger language? Do you need to include stronger language features? Do you need to include more description? So if you have a look at language features, do you need to include rhetorical questions, exaggeration, maybe some modality? What's going to help you make your work even stronger? What about rearranging? So is that sentence going to be better off in another paragraph? What words or sentences do you need to move to improve your text? Okay. And the last one is exchanging. So what do you want to replace? What's a better or stronger word for that? And what words or sentences can you use that will actually communicate that better? Okay, so make sure that you do all of these 4 things because that's under revising. Okay, the next thing is editing. So you will need to edit for your punctuation, spelling, and vocabulary. So check for your capitals, your full stops, your commas, any quotation marks that you use, any punctuation. Make sure that you go through it, every single sentence, and make sure you've got it in there. And for your spelling as well. So if you think that you might have made some spelling mistakes, you can always check. You can use a dictionary, you can use it online, you can, have a look and see and check for your spelling and also your vocabulary. So what words can you improve in your work? Okay. And yeah, and there you have it. So make sure that you self-assess, revise, and edit. Make sure that you use your criteria to do that because that will help you in your writing. And that's how you self-assess, revise, edit a persuasive text. Anyway, good luck with your piece of writing, and hopefully you have been able to see all my other videos like how to brainstorm, how to write an introduction, argument, conclusion, use language features because that will help you in self-assessing, revising, and editing for your persuasive text. All right, good luck with your piece of writing, and I will see you in my next video. All right, see you. Bye.